Okay, so good morning, my friends, and welcome to the fifth lecture of MIS. Here today we'll complete the chapter one and discuss another case study if time permits, and we'll go for chapter two. Okay, so I'm waiting. If students are there, you can put your names in comments so I can start with the lectures. Okay, hope I am audible now today. I am taking this care. So yes, let us start. Let students join. So today we are going to discuss this by its impact and its business driving factors. So in the previous lectures we have discussed what MIS is, definitions, then different types of MIS. Yesterday we discussed how the MIS are part of one very big organization which is kind in the production. And we'll revisit that today also, and then we'll go for because the next chapter that we are going to discuss after this, because this is concluding part of chapter one, and chapter two will start. So there we are dealing with data and knowledge management. So this data knowledge management has one linkage with data, and MIS has a database as an integral part. So we are going to again revisit the previous lectures, one some of the screenshot or some of the slides where we discuss the uh, database aspect of this MIS. Okay, so let us go ahead. Yes. So this MIS as one very major impact on the society is that MIS is driving the digital economy of our society. So this is the key contribution of MIS, because when I or when we are studying, that we'll see why we should study MIS. But when we are studying this management of information systems, and information systems are there, and then specifically in the previous discussions we have seen these computer-based information systems. So when we say computer-based information systems, okay, we automatically refer to the digital aspect of these information systems. And as we have seen again the timeline also, since 1950 it began with the what you can say application of computers for the business, and now slowly as the compute has become cheaper and compute has become ubiquitous, so it is one what you can say key for a business to grow, that business should have one very good MIS, and hence this MIS is driving the next frontiers of the digital economy. So you can now this e-business and what you can say websites, and now web version 4 or 5 this is coming. So it is not new, but yes, slowly and steadily MIS has grown, digital business has grown, and this MIS, these computer-based information systems, they have fueled the new economy or the digital economy, where they see business, they use the electronic technology to transact the business. So we have seen various types of MIS, transaction process system, then financial accounting and financial management systems, then project production management systems, human resource management systems. So all these systems, this e-business, they actually are very what you can say collaboratively working with the MIs. And further this collaboration is there between the people and different organization. Even in a very big organization there are what you can say sub department or MI subsystems are there. These subsystems, these people, this organization, because now they are actually adopting the computer based information system CBIs, they communicate, they collaborate, they share and search information, and together they grow. So this is the next aspect, that is the collaboration and information exchange, where we are actually seamlessly exchanging and interacting information for the business growth. And there are some businesses which actually coexist, or they, it is not like business do have competition, but some business they provide data about each other and they grow. For example, social media and this e-business site. So these e-business sites, if social media people, for example, Twitter, if Twitter is what you can say, we can analyze the tweets and find out what are the fashion trends or what are the movie trends. Based on that, specific this movie industry or this fashion industry can judge what is trending now, and we can put or design product for the same. So yes, there is information exchange. So this is the very what you can say. This is what actually MIS is having impact on the society as well as the business. So this is a key concept. See, I understand that many of these things already, we are part of this thing. But when as an MI students, we should be able to link the thing how the existing experience of mine or the customer or the stakeholders are actually going to be in parallel with the implementation of the MI. So we can see now, yes, there are programs which actually the information mining, opinion mining, natural language processing, they do. They mine the people opinions, and these opinions can be used by the executives or this management level for taking the future decision regarding their business. Yeah. So this is digital economy, my friends. Okay. So let us go ahead. Yes. So major capabilities of the CBIS. Okay, computer-based information system or computerized information system. It all means the same. This is either the what I can say. They are the impact points for the CBIs on the society as well as on the business. And in the next part, we'll see the business drivers. Yeah, so I can see my students are here. Yeah. If and hopefully I am audible also to all of you. So welcome all my friends. Okay. So we were discussing this major capabilities of CBI. So maybe the question can be how these CBIs are impacting business, or how these CBIs are having impact on society. Okay, or what are their, what MIS can do as a whole, as a what you can say in a generalized way. So yes, now see, we have seen in the previous lectures or previous discussions what are the different types of MIs and other things. So what they do, this is a critical summary of that. They perform high speed, high volume numerical computations for DSS, decision support system. Now this high speed and high volume numerical computation will take data from your sales record, your inventory record, then even now we are having this unstructured database for social opinion and mining, and as I just discussed, maybe Twitter opinion mining and other things, and then we combine this together to give the strategic decision which can be used for placing a specific product. For example, I will just give you one instance. It is a movie in India which was released in long back in 2011, 2012. So here this movie was Dabang, and the main character was the Salman Khan. But the thing is that how actually business driving, how one aspect of this input is driving other business. So before this 2011, this Ray-Ban aviator glasses, there is a specific model of this Ray-Ban aviator glasses. They were not quite popular, and even if they were popular, they were popular in the middle age to old age kind of group. Okay, so this was the thing, and this maybe this young generation was going with these shades and kind of new kind of these glasses design. But in this movie, where Salman Khan, in this movie throughout, he wore this Ray-Ban aviator glasses, which was quite maybe in thing for him. It was suitable for him, and the movie was quite good. It was quite hit. It is a kind of thing. So what happened because of this thing? This Ray-Ban aviator become famous in the youngster, and for the next 3 to 4 years, we could see that the sales of this Ray-Ban aviator was quite increased, quite increased. So yes, this impact of one what you can say movie has driven the now this production, what you can say, the production line of this Ray-Ban aviator should have changed that, and then they have increased their production to meet the demand from the public. So this is one thing that how means in real time, if one factor is driving other, and if you are able to sense that, we can use that for our business and drive. Currently we are having the same situation for COVID. Now in this situation, it is not actually a very good opinion mining kind of thing, but yes, if there is a need of sanitization equipments and in mask and PPE kits, then the company or the now there are companies who wear the cloth or this clothing manufacturing, but they started PPE kit manufacturing. Why? Because there is a need and business. These decisions has to be taken. They may be having MIs, they may not having MIs. I am just sharing that what MIs can suggest you with. Okay, now there is what you can say this demand from the social media, that is one source of information that PPE and these things are trending, so we should go with that. Okay, to provide fast and accurate, reliable, inexpensive communication within and between the organization. This is for seamless information exchange. One department can share the report with other department for what you can say a continuation of their process. For example, if production line says that now there is a demand from the market that there is 1,000 units of bikes are there, so if the this production manager should not be discussing this thing with the marketing manager, rather than this MIS will send direct requirement that okay, this will be the need because next time we are rolling out 1,000 units, so you stock this much in advance, and accordingly the shift of the people should be managed. Okay, then store huge amount of information in an easy to access yet small space. This is very important because this next chapter that we are going to discuss is the data and knowledge management. Yes, because and now this one keyword is coming with MIS, that is called as the big data and analytics. So there is one, because of this internet technology and web 4.0, web 5.0, and cloud and other lots of other aspects, what is happening is that there is an information overload. This is the you can say that the issue, not drawback, issue which is coming with MIS, and we have to manage this information and information overload, data explosion kind of thing. So we have to store and manage and retrieve, because this was in the definition of MIS, is that MIS can do what? Store, manage, process, and retrieve huge amount of data. So yes, this is another what you can say capability that MIS should have or MIS is having, and they enable you to store and process and retrieve huge amount of data. Then this information should be made available for within and overall the location of your organization. Maybe they are at the same location or other location, and various this what you can say stakeholders, maybe your different branches or different customers, what you can say, they should be collaborating, they should be having information exchange. For example, the description of product, it is shared with the what you can say customers and their reviews, they are shared with the design and manufacturing team. So there is what seamless information exchange and collaboration for betterment of the product. Okay, so then if you know that production schedule, production demand, and what you can say what is the various subsystems and their performance, so we can efficiently organize the shifts and duties so that there is resource optimization is achieved. Okay, so and then MIS provides you with the dashboards which vividly presents the information to this DSA to for top level management or at all levels of management, so that they can have agility in their day-to-day based operations. Then facilitate global trade. Because of this thing, now we are competing with the global market. We are taking input and we are sharing inputs with them, sharing data with them. So yes, global trade is facilitated, and automation of routing and decision making is another important. Actually, this part we have just discussed uh, in the previous part of this today's discussion, is that various subsystems they integrate and seamlessly exchange data with each other. This is very important. Now you may understand that maybe at the sales counter there is one what you can say, we are having at Monday 9 o'clock heavy traffic, and people are actually not Monday 9 o'clock, I will say that Saturday 5 o'clock, because the people are having holiday and they are actually going for some purchase and kind of thing. So this should not be only problem which is faced by this problem is faced by MIS, but faced by all other levels of what you can say management. So they should okay either schedule lot other people and increase more counter, or they should have more salesperson which can handle the thing. Okay, so this automation of routing for the decision making, this is very important. Okay, so These are the capabilities or impacts that MIS is having. These are the actually essence of whatever we discussed about the MIS. Okay, so this is another thing that drivers forcing challenges is in business model. So what are various drivers that or these challenges that MIS may face, or whatever this business model these MIS are bringing in, they are facing maybe digital economy or kind of thing. So this is another critical as far as now. This is very helpful when you go for startup or your business moves from small, very small company that is startup to the small and medium enterprise. So we should be envisaging this thing. We should be considering this thing when we plan our business. So rather than actually there are various factors like environmental, organizational, technical, information technology related factors, social factors are there, legal and ethical issues are there. So there is a very good what I can say depiction in the what you can say picture point of view. I'll show you this thing. So these are the factors actually. Yes, as we have seen in this thing here, you can see drivers forcing changes in the business model, or what you can say what challenges we may face, which will result in the what you can say change in particular operation. So changes, challenges, yes. So these things we can see here. This uh, what you can say at let me this marker. Yeah. So society and society, political, legal. This is one environment which is creating pressure. Technology and this aspect is another what you can say factor which will provide what you can say changes, as well as it will give you with challenge. You will face challenges at this front. Then economic factors are there which will, so this maybe so social and political legal. So if your business is dealing with, obviously now we are dealing with information technology, and we come across managing and storage of data. So whether the data is secure, what kind of data we are asking from people, then how we are going to maintain this data, and how we are going to exchange, because now this information exchange is there, information collaboration is there. So it is not like that everything which is there which is going to be shared with everyone. No. So this aspect will come, these challenges are going to come, and based on this aspect you are going to drive your business. Then another aspect is technology, where I just discussed that information overload, and we have to deal with data and knowledge management tools with this information overload. We have to use the tool so that we have to, rather than having information overload, you will have knowledge management. Okay, so this is another challenge that we'll be facing when we are having the IT as a part of information technology driving our business. Then technological and technological innovations and obsolescence. So this is no inherent characteristic of IT is that it is very rapidly changing. So if you set up your business over a certain technology, you should have your technical team working with updates on that technology on a frequent basis. It is not that day-to-day basis you will have to change the technology. But yes, I'll just give example that when this compute was involved in the banking business, so initially they were having this business on this machines which are centrally managed. Okay, so later on, what this is called as workstations used to be there, where central computer used to be there, and other this thin client used to connect to that. Okay, now as now time progressed and this compute was easily available, is from this the central management, what you can say. Mainframe computers were there in banking business. From this mainframe, this model moved to the client server base. The way banks they had their own what you can say servers which manage their websites. So this was quite decentralized aspect. Okay, even the client had some capability to do some business. And again, now from this model, we are not banks, but some other business they are moving on cloud based functionality. So yes, this technological you should not be sticking only to mainframe, because that is now one of the obsolete technology. People are moving from their own servers and okay. So that because This will create the security threat. Expert manpower may not be available to maintain the mainframe with you. The programming platform which are there, they may not be now what you can say securely patched or kind of thing. So yes, you should have. This will be the challenges that you will be facing, and this will change your business model also. Okay, initially banks had only their computerized system, but now because of this client server and mobile banking, now their business model is totally changed. Rather than people going to any branch, they are having their mobile phone as the banking branch, and they can do lots of business that they do with bank on their mobile. They don't have to visit the branch. So yes, you can see now this IT growth and the changes in IT models, they have changed the business model, and they have opened new frontiers for the business. Then economic. So again, this technology has given mobile phone for the people, and because of the mobile phone, now whenever we go for any kind of service, we say, "Do you have mobile app for this thing?" So yes, need of real-time operation and what people need. How economy is going to what you can say. Economy means social economy. I am going to say that, or social what you can say need. This is also maybe it is not mentioned here, but powerful customers that things are here. So customer demanding something, we have to provide with that. Then because of IT, initially X number of workforce is required. Now we need somewhat lesser number of people to drive our business. So that thing will come. We'll have to cut down on our workforce. So all this thing, this aspect, as an IT engineer, as an entrepreneur, as a business manager, you should keep in your mind. It's very critical. Okay, and that's why this only technical part or only coding that is going to set up your business, but later on this management part and how you use technology for the management will decide the growth, key decisions and strategic decisions, and definitely MIS helps you in that. Okay, so let us go ahead with why we should study information systems. So yes, for effectiveness we should study, for because now it will give you speed and agility, and it can give you information based on huge amount of what you can say past data, so you can take better decision as the as in parallel with the information which is given to you by the MIS. Next, to recognize and avoid unsuccessful system failures. Okay, this connects with systems also, and this connects with your business decisions also. For example, if you are a department store owner, and now suppose the month of, it is quite obvious, but the month of May is coming, and you know that now I need to what you can say stock up the maybe the cold drinks and these things more. But based on this thing, you should be able to mobilize your supply chain also. Otherwise, if you on one fine day, if you put your order, but already there are other people in business and they have put their order to the vendors, vendor may not what you can say react with speed for your order. So your system should tell. We have discussed this thing that these report these are the order records and what is the mean time to supply with your orders, and before you should take the buffer time in consideration and put the order. So if you need that maybe twofold or threefold rise in your cold drink supply, then you should be initiating that process in the month of March, not in the month of May. So yes, this our analysis of past record will help you for better what you can say recognize how to deal with the this immediate or even, and we have seen that yeah, immediate requirements or identify the anomalies and take the action based on the analytics given by your uh, management of information systems. Okay, then whatever your IT integration will give you capability for faster growth and faster integration with other what you can say dependencies of your business. For example, if other what you can say banking system is there, suppose, and the banking systems they have They are having their centralized clearance system, and they are having centralized fund management and other things are there. So if you are a bank and if you are not having the core banking solutions, then you may not be able to having this faster check clearance or faster fund transfer with RBI. So you may not grow in the business. Okay, so that's why to what you can say, but it is not that MIS or we should do always business. We should do business for competition purpose. Yes, but when we are in business and other competitors are there, we are to also collaborate with them for better business. Like I just gave example of banking system. It is that one bank is always competing with other bank, but they are also collaborating because when they give checks for clearance, they are in their centralized systems, which is passing checks from all banks to other banks for better customer experience. And if you are not part of that, you will not grow. So technically, you are helping each other to grow. Even same thing happens with the telecommunication industry. So all this telecommunication industry, when you are there is a central that exchange which is actually transferring call from one operator to other. So all this needs MIS, and that is the need that we should study MIS. So here we conclude the chapter 1 of our MIS. Now we'll move for the chapter. Second chapter. This chapter is data and knowledge management. I will just put this syllabus on the screen. Yes. So here, hopefully, you should see the syllabus. So in this chapter 1, we have discussed this computer-based information systems, impact of IT on organization, then importance of information system to society, its impact on the society, then what are different organization strategies we have seen, various subsystems, and that again I am going to discuss today because I want to discuss the database part. What are different types of MIs, and then competitive advantages of information system. So we have discussed everything which is related to the introduction to the information systems. Now today we'll move for the data and knowledge management part of the information system. So we have seen that these databases or DBMS, database management systems, were integral part of your information system. So why database approach is there? What is big data? Then big data is one concept, and data warehouse, data marts, it is the other concept. Even in the next chapters, then it will come knowledge management. Now we are having data. From data, we are going to extract information. From that, we have to this information, this knowledge, we have to manage it. We have to generate various reports. We have to pass. Now we have seen that routing of this information and knowledge at various endpoint of your business, and this routing should be automatic. So from this we generate the business intelligence, okay, managers and decision making, how these reports from your data warehouse, data marts, big data analytics and its reports, they will be used in the BI dashboards, okay, then BI for data analysis and presenting results. So there are here maybe you are not having packages here, but Pentaho is one of the framework which is used for this business intelligence part, where it is just a dashboard. It will generate dashboard and information presentation. So yes, data and knowledge management as an aspect of MIS. This is our second chapter. Okay, so again, before going to this thing, let us go ahead with our just a minute. I'll start with this presentation. Yeah. So yes, we have seen this was PPT, but this part I want to discuss here. This is a typical MIS. Now you can see now we are studying this knowledge management database and knowledge management part. So this is a typical MIS, and now you can see here the operational database of valid transaction, okay, application database, then database of external data, then corporate database of internal data. You can see that one, two, three, four, five. As of now, these are simple. Particularly, this is a simple architectural diagram or kind of, which will just show what are different blocks of these MIs and how they are actually interacting with the various databases. Hmm. So, and don't think that it is a simple or no very desktop or client server based application. Rather, this this is a distributed application. In practice, in reality, you will not have this as a what you can say, single instance deployment. Rather, you will have distributed deployment or another thing is that service oriented architecture based deployment where all these subsystems, that is the decision support system, I will just mark. So yeah, this decision support system, executive support system, expert system, they will be the various modules which are pluggable modules, which will be plugging in with each other. They will be running on different servers and exchanging information amongst them through various application APIs, this application performance interface, application programming interfaces for the connectivity with this database, storage and retrieval of information from the databases. So think of this thing as a very large distributed application, and databases are playing key part because this is not necessarily today's data or yesterday's data, but maybe for a you know uh, for a stock exchange it may be data for last 20 years, last 40 years. For a business, what you can say, company like Bajaj Auto, it will the sales record since their inception, and we have to go through this huge amount of data in order to generate the decision reports to make the decisions. Now these various reports we can see here. These reports. Yeah, these reports are here. So these reports are. So I don't want to again repeat the thing, but key part in this discussion is that MIS can't go without database. MIS can't go without database. This is one part. This is one part. Now, as of now, today, when we are having this database which are internal, but when we say only internal is the thing, no, there is something called as external also. Okay, external database or external data which you are actually going to discuss with people, and this external data, what are different things? The social data, then there is customer feedback which comes from the CRM. Okay, then from other people who are writing about your product, different blogs are there. Maybe other you are having your competitors and their products data which is available openly, their feedback and everything. All these things, these external data which is external here you can see this is external data, which is unstructured data. So all these are your internal databases you have designed, you are putting the data inside that, and this is structured, so we call it SQL database, and this is unstructured data. So mainly today, nowadays, we are having this social and various endpoint. So it is not always, but major time it is NoSQL, unstructured data, and we'll have to manage. And this takes form of your MIS's big data component. This forms another component which need to be managed. Okay, because now we are having this international business and people all over the world. We are going to be dealing with that. We have to find and work with our product social presence and how customer are going to be discussing about our products. And then I will just give you one how this affects. Just this is today is now 22nd July 2020, and in the last month only, or maybe in the first uh, June end to of mid of July, what happened that these hackers they hacked accounts of various influence like Bill Gates account was hacked. Okay, Warren Buffett's account was hacked. If I'm uh, uh, recalling it rightly, and they posted some messages on their Twitter account related to Bitcoin, and based on these fake tweets which this hacker generated by hacking their account, the Bitcoin market was manipulated and it crashed. It is not heavily, but many people lost their money because they, in panic, they took decision. So yes, this social part is influencing the market, influencing the business, and we cannot neglect the thing. We cannot neglect the social aspect of your business or big data aspect of your business. We have to manage that also. So in all, what I want to put the point at is that your business has to deal with the databases, and for this reason only, we'll have to discuss this database management aspect and knowledge management part in a at length, and that is the second chapter is doing. So with this introduction, I will uh, conclude today because next lecture we'll start with this initial topics of what you can say database management. So today we concluded chapter 1. Then we discuss how databases and big data aspects are playing key role in our management of information systems. Okay, and uh, we cannot neglect the social aspect and big data aspect of our business, and we'll have to manage that big data also, which we can use for decision making as well as the guidance for the future of our business. So that becomes integral part of our business. We have to manage that knowledge also, besides the structured and internal databases which are part of our MIs. So all this part will be taken care in the data and knowledge part of this second chapter. So I thank all of you for being part attending this lecture. If you have any doubt, you can message me. You can put in comments. I will wait for that if you have any doubt. Otherwise, we'll meet in the next section. So, thank you all. Have a good time. Take care. Stay home. Stay safe. Okay. If you have any doubt, I will wait for another 30 seconds, and then otherwise, I will end the broadcast. Okay. Thank you all. Have a good day. Bye.